Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Stellaris, the Stellar Republic campaign. And in Republic news, explorers discovered a swarm of ancient Great Republic-era mining drones in the Tyrannus system. Unfortunately, the drones' automated defense systems are still active, and they attack anything entering the system. Some have argued that the fleet should be sent in to clear the drones, as the technology that could be salvaged from the drones and the resources in the system are worth the risk. However, it appears that the Admiralty are unwilling to risk the fleet against something that is not a direct threat to the core worlds without a clear directive from the Senate. A massive structure that appears to be part of an ancient transgalactic gateway network was discovered in the Lacole system. The exact nature of this supposed gateway and where it may lead are still a mystery. No records exist from the time of the Great Republic that might shed any light on their operation. This has caused several scientists from the expedition that discovered it to speculate that it either predates human civilization or their construction and use was highly classified and therefore lost to history. In election news, the scientist Castiophylla Ashatolos was elected to the presidency of the Stellar Republic. She ran on a platform of economic and industrial expansion and has promised to expand the Republic's frontier mining operations. And that's the news. Alright, so... And that is something that we're going to be doing here, is working on expanding our territory so we can get access to more minerals and, well, just more resources in general. And I think we also are currently building some more ships that are going to go into the fleets. And then we're going to have to decide what we're going to do about these mining drones. I mean, we could probably take them, but we would most likely lose a bunch of ships. I'd rather not do that right now. So we'll expand the fleet strength, and we'll maybe go in there at some point. One of our primary goals over here is the Tineth system and establishing some colonies there. So let's go ahead and get to it. What I was remarking is that the significantly increased influence cost on outposts from vanilla. I think in the vanilla game it just takes 75 influence. Now it's taking like 190, 180 influence to build an outpost. It's a big change. Really slows down the expansion of your empire. Because, I mean, in the vanilla game, I mean, you can just take enormous chunks of territory rather rapidly. Alright, impossible organism. What's this? The surprising life readings from Kimrin Verachgar 2A have been attributed to a small organism of exceeding tenacity. The URSF Trigetrius's crew is unsure how to classify the life form, but its ability to survive, seemingly without any sustenance, is truly astonishing. Considering the planet's age, it is not impossible the organism has been fighting its habitat's toxicity for millennia, though this is an educated guess at best. Science Officer Decisus Clefixia has requested permission to retrieve samples of the unknown organism so that it may be studied. This seems like a bad idea. Let's see. Issue special project. So we get a special project, Impossible Organism, or we add the Impossible Organism modifier, which gives +3 society research. You know what? Let's go for it. Take some samples. We're an inquisitive people. Alright, we have an anomaly in the Canonvar system. Unusual readings suggest there may be more to this desolate world than meets the eye. Yep, go ahead and research it. Oh, and I wanted to mention that I had a request to rename a scientist. So I renamed the new scientist we just hired to Kendros Tyson, who is commanding the science vessel Olynthepios. After Castiophilus Sinosia got elected president. Minor mandate fulfilled. As per President Castiophilus Sinosia's mandate, additional mining stations have been constructed. Yes. Okay, so that was a rather easy mandate to fill. Alright, we are clearing the active volcano and geothermal activity tile blockers. You know what, let's go ahead and knock out the toxic kelp. Does that mean that Earth now has new tile blockers that can be cleared? Yes, it does. Let's get those out of the way. What about Arcadia? Yep, clear that. And Terra Nova, yeah, clear that. Deal with those volcanoes. Alright, Primordial Soup. Nestled in sheltered pockets across Canonvar 2b's surface is a rich sludge of simple organic compounds that our researchers believe could be a hotbed for abiogenesis, the spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter made possible by Canonvar 2b's unusually thick atmosphere. Although the planet presents a unique opportunity to study what could be the early stages of the origin of life, it would be best to set our expectations low, as it may still be millions of years before life evolves naturally on Canonvar 2b, if not at all. Interesting. Alright, so here we are. I think you're probably just gonna hang out here for a little bit. We have unidentified alien vessels. Oh, it's those guys again. They have no home base. I can't analyze where they're from. I'm hoping that like an event or something fires that allows me to try to figure out who they are and what they want and where they are, and so I can, well, go blow them up.
Construction project concluded. System survey concluded. Horizons expanded.
Okay. Alright, let's gonna go work on an anomaly or a research project.
Construction project concluded. System survey concluded.
Alright, go ahead and build that outpost.
Research concluded.
Alright, we got the toxic kelp cleared. Planetary Edict Frontier Paradise. Launch a marketing campaign to encourage citizens to move to this new frontier. That might be nice to have when we establish our new colony, because then we can run that edict there. Yeah, let's do it. Deep core mining. For more mining. Gravitic gates. Unlocks building orbital teleporter, a massive Empire unique installation. It uses experimental warping of space-time to send materials into distant orbits. Megastructure build cost minus 20%. That's not a high priority. Starbase dry docks. Unlock ship type cruiser. Cruisers would be nice. We're talking 74 months. Starholds. A lot of nice stuff here. I think we're going to go with deep core mining to improve our mineral generation.
Research concluded.
Alright. We have our last expansion tradition, which is going to be Galactic Ambition. Alright, Starbase upkeep is reduced by 20%. There we go. And that unlocks a new Ascension perk slot. So we need to decide what this Ascension perk is going to be. Ascendancy of the State, Galactic Bill of Rights, Honorable Ambassadors. Grasp of the Void. The vast expanse of the galaxy holds limitless riches for those empires that understand how to maintain their grasp on the void. Increases starbase capacity. Interstellar Dominion, starbase influence cost, claim influence cost, enigmatic engineering. The technology is simply not a way to solve a problem, but it is a language by which we ascend beyond the mundane. Okay, sensor range +2. Our technology and engineering is too arcane for others to reverse engineer? Does that mean people can't analyze debris from our blown up ships and get tech from it? That's interesting. Not sure how useful that is in this game. Promotion of Excellence, leader pool size +3. Government perk. Empire leader capacity increased by 10 plus additional 2 for each government perk unlocked. Active immigration policy. Towards Utopia. Increases unity output and growth speed by 25% when all pops lives under utopian living conditions. Okay. Alright, not exactly sure what we want to take here. So I think I'll again probably leave that up to you guys, what you'd like to see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave that up to you guys, what we want to pick. Alright, so we got bank 3s, hyperdrive 2s, blue lasers, shields, ion accelerators, advanced combat rolls, laser cannons, energy nexus. Let's take... Starbase building hyperlane registrar. Assist friendly ships in the system with FTL travel by identifying ideal conditions for entering hyperlanes and optimizing projected travel routes. Jump cooldown time, jump charge time, combat disengagement chance. You know what? Let's grab those better hyperdrives. It'll be a significant advantage if we can jump faster than others.
Project concluded.
Risks of technology. Our science team found numerous ruins on Kimrin Verachgar 2A. The ruins tell the story of a heavily industrialized civilization once inhabiting it. Their technological progress did, however, have a very negative impact on their world's ecosystem. Failing to find adequate countermeasures, they faced a catastrophic breakdown of their own biosphere. Chief Scientist Narcissus Clefixia doubts that this planet will ever be restored to its former state. Well, I mean, we may give it a shot. Alright. You head here to survey. And you do that research project. Oh, right. And we need to take that unspent civic point. Reform the government. I think we wanted to go with Beacon of Liberty. Oh, yeah. Just a moment. I'm actually going to give myself the influence to do this because we should have had 2 2 civics from the start. I think I mentioned this in the first episode. But I had to take this advanced start civic to kind of set up the game for the storyline I wanted to do. So it kind of basically hampered me a little bit. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, it's done. We now have the Beacon of Liberty ability, which is what I wanted to actually start the game with, but couldn't.
Anomaly found.
And what that does is society is a shining beacon of light in a sea of darkness. Liberty, individual freedoms are held in the highest regard here. Monthly unity plus 15%. What is this? Military station. Dark Riders. We have a pirate base. Dispatch the home fleet to the closest to go deal with that situation. Actually, I should probably be moving one of my fleets. The home fleet should probably be staying in the Sol system, and the other fleet should be
anomaly found.
Heading out to take care of these sorts of things, but it's alright. Cybrex artifact recovered. A thorough investigation of Kimrin Verichigar 2A has unearthed evidence of a past Cybrex presence. An away team from the URSF Tragetrius has managed to bring a relatively well-preserved artifact back to the ship, which should hopefully increase our knowledge of this ancient civilization. Interesting. We have another anomaly. Alright, hold on. Ship sensors are picking up an unexplained pattern of interference in the Bitrius system. Figure out what that is. Cybrex home system located. Oh! After intense study of our recovered Cybrex artifacts, scientists on Earth have managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of a system the ancient machines referred to as Cybrex Prime, possibly where their civilization retreated after their abortive attempt to exterminate all sapient organic life. We should launch an expedition to this system before someone else beats us to it. Contact the nearest science ship.
Log updated.
That sounds like a job for you. Where is this? The Cybrex home system is there. Oh, it's off of Chrome. Well, how convenient is that? Unfortunately, there is a pirate station.
Empire has established communications.
Oh, hello. As successfully translating their language, we have established communication with the Democratic Republic of Castoria. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. Excellent. And these are humans. So we've found another human faction. Oh, right nearby. Alright, first contact with the Democratic Republic of Castoria. I bring greetings from the Prime Minister, Valbia Farnus. Oh, Farnus? Yeah, the undisputed ruler of the Democratic Republic of Castoria. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. What are they? That's an awfully aggressive thing for a pacifist, fanatic pacifist civilization to be saying. The Xenophile. We are delighted to meet you. We can learn much from each other. This is kind of, not quite right. Basically, we're going to say that we have news that we have encountered one of the other human factions, and that we now have some diplomatic relations with some of the other humans in the galaxy for the first time in a while. Alright, momentous occasion indeed. Yep. Alright, as the ship dropped out of FTL, alien chatter was picked up on our sensors. Our chief linguist quickly descrambled a signal, only to realize that there was something familiar about the voice. This alien signal is not alien at all, but rather it's words in our language and are coming from out of their mouth. These are fellow humans. Yes. What joyous news will spread across our systems that we may find each other after all this time. Alright, so this is probably the real transmission. Because I have a mod that actually has the game recognize that these are in fact humans, and we are of the same species. I bring greetings from Prime Minister, the leader of the Democratic Republic Castoria. We are surprised and delighted that humans may find each other once again amongst the stars. May our reunification be the beginning of things to come. All right. Reuniting with our lost cousins. Okay, so
receiving transmission.
It looks like that when this happens, we're going to get two events. The standard alien encounter events, and then our lost colonies events. Alright, as the docking procedures for the diplomatic vessel completes, a soft sigh of relief and a cheer from the crowd can be heard. This is a historic moment for humankind. Cousins long thought lost, the void of space, are to be finally reunited. So vacuum doors unlocks and their dignitaries step off the vessel. President Castiophilus Sinosia smiles while receiving them. Today we are no longer just citizens of the Stellar Republic, but citizens of all humankind. Alright. Got a big influence boost. Big influence boost. Brethren found modifier for 120 months, giving the following effects: happiness plus 5%. Alright. So everyone's happy. And they want a defensive pact. We agree to this. There are -1 for a migration treaty. Can we offer a trade deal for, let's say, a research agreement for 30 years? Yeah. And can we get communications with anybody else you've met? And I'd be willing to throw in some energy credits to sweeten the deal. I guess not. What about minerals? I have minerals. There we go. That's what you want. Confirm.
An alien empire has cracked our comms protocols. Show-offs.
Okay, so we have 3 events. Establishing contact with the Nabe Hegemony. It's a similar name, or a familiar name, but these are not the same Nabe from the previous game. First contact with the Nabe Hegemony. They are, what, fanatic, xenophobe, materialists. So we might not get along with these guys. We are the Nabe Hegemony, minions of the wise overseer. Our aim is to improve ourselves through the use of technology. Whether you agree with these goals or not, do not think to challenge us, alien. We pursue true equality. We can learn much from each other. Alright, yeah. Okay. Alright, now we can offer the migration treaty. There we go. Confirm. Alright, where are those guys? Oh, they're over there. Okay. And they're fairly large. Wow. Okay. Alright, let's see. These humans, they're probably going to be different from us because we've been apart for a long time, so they developed on their own. Alright, so I don't know how we know about those. Okay, it tells us their traits here, okay. They're agrarian, communal, and weak. Okay, so they're basically an agrarian society, as opposed to, well, us. Alright. Sonified science. URSF Onlinthepio's crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Bitrius system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that science officer Gendros Tyson cannot seem to get out of his head. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside of our galaxy. Curious. Alright, construction ship. Get to work on building those mining stations. And we got a nice old pile of influence over here. So we need to get down to here, because now the name hegemony are a potential problem. We need to secure this system here for strategic reasons. So get to work on outposts.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Alright, we got our hyperdrive. System energy grid. Unlock starbase building. System energy grid. Advanced exploration. Survey speed plus 25%. Bank 4. I think we're going to go after quad blaster cannons. Oh, are our fleets expanded? Yes, they are. And they need to be upgraded. Okay, go ahead and run them through upgrades.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Alright, hold on. The home fleet. No. You guys need to head there. Right. You can get upgrades later. Now there's a fleet manager, which is this new thing. I can increase the number of ships here. Interesting. Alright, scientist Gendros Tyson on board the science vessel URSF Onlinthepio's has made an alluring discovery on Bitrius 1. The indescribable beauty of the mysterious, ruined, rock-hewn temple would be breathtaking to any who were to spend time looking at it if it was not for its dangerous allure. Stories are scribbled on the walls, warning of previous explorers who spent days in darkness as they wandered through the temple. In the end, they were no longer able to resist the powerful visions and auditory hallucinations, nor the madness-inspired impulse to enter the temple's inner sanctum. One of our scientists sent a brief report before the ship lost contact with them. The inner sanctum appears impossibly illuminated by what seems to be a flickering altar flame. We better leave. Yes, that sounds a bit strange. Alright, so we now have access to the Tineth system, and I think it's probably time to establish our first new colony, since we began expanding back out into the galaxy. And I think what makes sense is to head to Tineth 3, which is a continental world. It has the ancient cities on it, and it should be an excellent place to get started. So, let's go ahead and colonize it. We're going to send the colony ship from Earth to here. Arrival to 4th coordinates. Oh, we need to actually give that a proper name. I A brief scan of nearby space after arrival in this system verifies that a barren planet is the homeworld of the fourth species found in the cryo chamber. It does not seem to support any life anymore. Our scientists should investigate this. Let them start.
Situation log updated.
Can we cancel that colony ship for the second? Colonize. Let's try this again. Let's put it there, and we're gonna call this, because I think this is what someone wanted. Pythrex. That's gonna be the name of that colony. And then we'll get this in a month.
Project concluded.
There we go. Done. Use Querendry. Empire modifier. Claim influence cost plus 20% war exhaustion gain minus 10. That's a bit strange. Imperial Guard. Admiral recruitment cost. Wait a minute, is there anything here that increases our leadership ability? The number of leaders we can have. No. Emergency powers, production quotas, emergency taxes. That's not sure that's anything we want right now. Sociological campus, society lab, phytogenic infusion reactor, ecology station, fleet command limit plus 20. Let's go with the fleet command limit. Alright, you're done building that. Build the
Tile blocker cleared.
Alright, space to grow. We have received a strange report from from the USS Nicopoton, which is currently in the Duvog system. Immediately upon exiting hyperspace, the botany laboratory reported that plant life on the ship started an accelerated growth pattern. Sensors have picked up what appears to be a faint and unusual electromagnetic field originating from one of the plants in the system. Nesithe Therofe has suggested we get a science team to investigate immediately. Take a closer look.
Research concluded.
Alright, we got quad blaster cannons. And that has unlocked the ability to get actual turbo lasers. Quad turbo lasers. You know, let's hit the blue lasers. Well, speculative hyperlane breaching. Solitary side ships can break out of the naturally occurring hyperlanes and attempt to navigate to unknown but otherwise unreachable destinations. That's fairly interesting. 21 months. It's a rare tech. Let's grab it. Ship designer. Quad blaster cannons are medium and large slot only. Let's see, we got an average damage 9.47 with a range of 67. Weren't these guys going to be charging? Yeah. And these guys do a lot more damage. I do mean a lot more damage with the same range. They just cost some more power. Yeah, we'll do that. Upgrade those ships.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Alright, we need a new tradition, and I think now that we've actually met some other civilizations, we probably are going to want to take the diplomacy option so that we can form a federation. Dynamic ecomorphism, habitability increased by 10%, alien tourism. Yeah, we're gonna be going diplomacy. Do it.
Construction project concluded.
Alright, we got ourselves that, and actually I'm just gonna keep on building star bases. Build another outpost. Docks Trading Company, Energy Trade Fleet. Alright. Well, that's actually fairly interesting. Oh, the link is here, not here. Okay, so there's probably a hyperlane that comes through here. Alright. But I think we're at the end of the episode, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. And we will pick this back up when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.